Hi, my name is Kevin Brenders. I'm the Junior Director here at the Oakville Crusaders Rugby Club. Welcome to Return to Rugby. Things are going to be a little bit different at the park this year. We want to go through just some of the things that you're going to notice as you return back to Cru Park. The first thing is, before you enter the park, before you leave home, you're going to take a minute and register either your child or yourself for your rugby session. You're simply going to go to Sport Lomo, log in, answer the questions related to COVID-19, your current health status, send it to the club, only takes a minute, and then you're going to come down. That was easy. You're now ready for an evening down at the club. Once you get to the club, things are going to look a little bit different. We're going to go through some of the parking features, some of the distancing features that we want the parents to know prior to coming down. Let's do a quick tour. So I'm here in front of the south field. Before I come to drop my child off for a session here at the club, I want to double check what field I'm on. Okay? I want to make sure that they're dressed and ready to go for rugby. The only thing that they should be changing here at the club this year is going to be their cleats. As I enter the park, I'm going to park in front of these orange cones. If my child is attending a session on the south field, I'm going to drop the child off or the player off in between the orange cones, and then I'm going to park in the parent parking. In just a minute, we'll show you where the designated parking positions are for volunteers, the south field, the north field, and the main field. So here we are in the very back of the main parking lot, and this is where the volunteers and coaches are going to be parking this year. So we're going to get them to park as far back as they can to leave lots of room for parents to turn their cars around and exit the lot after they drop their child off, or lots of room to turn around and go into the parent parking over on the other side.
Go.
Because of the rules that we've agreed to with Rugby Ontario around drop-offs related to the individual fields, we've had to designate some parking areas this year. The parent parking area for 2020 is going to be here, just behind the utility shed. All right. Drop-off area for the main field is just up the hill here to my right at the very corner of the parking lot. So we're going to drive in, drop our player off, turn around the light post, and then go over to the parent parking. At that point, we're going to walk back over, and this is when the fun begins. My player will be guided by the coach to their designated square for training or for the competition piece. As a parent, I'm then going to come here nice and early, and I want to get a good seat. So I'm lucky I've got my chair all set up here. As we move towards the chairs, we want to keep in mind some of the social distancing requirements that are laid out by Rugby Ontario for spectators. And I want to stay a couple meters apart from everyone. This year we're going to avoid being on the bleachers, and we're just going to sit here in our lawn chair, get a good seat, and watch the action.
Go.
So the rugby's still going here on the main field at Cru Park, and there's nothing better than watching the action down here. But boy, I've worked up a thirst. So we also want folks to know that our concessions are going to be open and our beer garden's open here at Cru Park. So in between the games, if you want to come down, get yourself a cold drink, Ann and her team would be happy to help you out. Alrighty, the action's been fast and furious today, but it's time to go home. So I will return as a parent to the designated drop-off area in order to pick my child up. I'm actually standing in front of the designated drop-off area and pickup area for the north field, which is located between the two pine trees here at the top of the circle. So you've now picked up your child in your car from the designated pickup drop-off area, and you have exited Cru Park. So on behalf of the board and the club, I want to thank you for attending the park. Hope you had a great time. Just a few logistical things. we want to make sure that everyone has access to water, so please bring your own water. We won't be sharing water bottles here at the club, so each player needs to bring their own water, and it's preferred if the parents bring their own water as well. We won't be changing. The clubhouse change rooms will be closed, so we want kids dressed, ready to go, except for their cleats, ready for action when they arrive at the park. As a reminder, I mentioned earlier the concessions will be open. With the concessions open, the bathrooms will be open. So for the ladies' washroom, it's upstairs as a reminder. For the gentlemen's washroom, it's downstairs. If you enter the clubhouse building, please wear a mask. That's the law.
Go.
So that's it. Welcome back to the park in 2020. Thanks for taking a few minutes to listen to the logistics around returning to Cru Park and watching this video.